I want to talk to you about working with your brother, Jeff, of course, another fantastic composer. You guys worked on The Good Dinosaur together, and that score has such more of a traditional sound to it than some of your other big scores. I'm wondering, here's a little clip of The Good Dinosaur there. I'm wondering, does that come from Jeff, or was that a studio thing? How did that evolve?
Well, again, I think as we were talking about in the first block, it's all about the story, and I mean, honestly, I think any composer can write any kind of music you want, and I can write, brainless, superficial music, or I can write profound, or I can write choral or traditional with fiddles. Comedic, like really, you can do, and that's what is so fantastic about what we do, is that you do get to play in all these different worlds.
You're not stuck in a genre.
No, and I mean, I've been really lucky, and I've worked hard on doing that with my career, is not to end up, pigeonholed into one particular road of music making. But my brother and I have played all our lives together, and we have very similar tastes, but we're two intersecting circles that there's some part that overlaps, but he when we were young, he was a guitar player, I was a keyboard player, so we played in bands, so he's got more that side of things. And a lot of on The Good Dinosaur, he plays a lot of, he's got this huge collection of world strummy instruments, and so he plays a lot of those in that. But a lot of, if you heard some of the pieces, you might think like, oh, this one that's all plucky instruments, it must be Jeff, but actually it was me. And then, oh, this big orchestral one must be Jeff, or me, but actually it's Jeff. And I don't know. So honestly, like sometimes we forget. I'm standing on the stage listening to the orchestra, and I'm like, damn, Jeff, this is a beautiful melody. It's like, dude, you wrote that one. It's like,
oh, that's so nice.
Okay.
Are you guys competitive at all? I know, like me and my brother, if we're doing anything in the same avenue, it gets super competitive. Do you guys go at it at all?
Absolutely. Like all, brother collaborators. It's funny, by coincidence, I'm reading this bio of the Wright brothers right now, and yeah, they would scream at each other all the time. But, end of the day, we have so much doesn't need to be said, because we just have all this common background. We just one word, and we know like a whole world. So, the bottom line is that I hugely respect what he brings to it, and he hugely respects what I bring. And like I said, they're intersecting circles. There's things that he does that I know he can do far better than me, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, like you find this great sandbox to play in. You want your brother to come in. Once he's there, you start fighting over toys and knocking down each other's castles. But it's the greatest place to play, like on an orchestral stage, and who wouldn't want their brother there?
That's so nice.